So yesterday I ordered paneer butter masala and chapatis for lunch in room service. And as you know, I am alone here on a business retreat. I started eating it and then realized that the quantity was way too much and I couldn't eat it. And you know what happened? I was so uncomfortable because I saw myself wanting to think, oh, what am I going to do with this food? I'm going to waste it. What do I do? Maybe I should just store it and eat it for dinner. Like, I can waste food. And when I noticed that discomfort, I just stopped and started to think of what is happening to me, right? And I noticed now how much energy was I wasting unintentionally on thinking about food, thinking about what to do with it. And my brain is saying, no, you shouldn't have ordered this. You should have ordered a small portion of something else. And what are you doing? And now you'll end up wasting food as if that's a big deal, right? That's all happening unintentionally. I'm not aware. I'm just kind of noticing some discomfort coming up, right? But then because now I'm so sensitive to my emotions, I'm like, wait, what's happening with me? Why am I feeling so stressed right now? And then I realized this is the reason I am bothering about food and how I should order it and how I haven't done right. I've done something wrong by ordering this large portion, right? And here's the thing. It's not even about the food. It's not an intentional experience that I want to create for myself. It's not even coming from scarcity of money, because the truth is what I really want is I want to have every meal with fresh food, and I want to only have the quantity that is good for me, feels good, because you know how much effort it takes to take out those calories from your body. It's a lot of effort, right? So I don't want to be eating more than my body needs or what feels good, right? But on the other hand, what I have going on is the old thought pattern of I shouldn't waste food, I shouldn't waste food, I shouldn't waste food. It's a single thought that I've been used to thinking for so long that it doesn't matter what I really want. It just keeps operating on autopilot and I keep operating from that. Now, had I not stopped and created awareness of that, I would have probably done that. I would have probably, by the way, I did that the day before, now that I'm talking about it. I had a sandwich and fries, and I couldn't finish them. So there was a foil. I put the sandwich in and put it because I don't want to waste it. And I actually ended up having in the other meal, which I really did not enjoy. But that day I wasn't in the space to create that much awareness. But when I did it again yesterday, I was like, no, what's happening? So that's when I intervened and I actually said to myself, no, I'm not being this person. I want to be the person who is not worried about wasting food. Now, what happens is when I become the person that's not worried about wasting food, guess what? I waste less. I don't waste more. In fact, all of this drama of I shouldn't waste food and what should I order, what should I not order keeps me away from being in the present moment and taking the best choice. But when I allow myself to just focus on what I want, which is a good experience with food, when I keep that at the center, everything else just adjusts and I end up wasting less food, not more, because I focus on my experience and not like the food and what happens with it, right? So I want to share this with you, that this is what happens in our brains all the time, whichever area of your life. If you're not creating intentional results, maybe you're eating more than you want to, maybe you're spending more than, or maybe you're earning less than you want to, any area of your life. If you are not creating an intentional result, this is what's happening. You're worried about wasting food, or you're worried about replace food with anything, right? What's happening is you have an unintentional thought pattern that's continuing to run you and is taking up so much of your energy that could be spent on actually enjoying life and creating the results you want to create. But it's not easy, guys. I know I'm a coach from last 5 years and I have had coaches. I've hired coaches regularly pretty much since. And I'm working on creating this awareness in every area of my life. And yet I find myself in these unintentional thought patterns because this is deep work. For 3 decades, I've done that. It's just not going to go off in very quickly, right? So what I want to offer you is that this work is much easier to do with a coach. If you have any area of your life where you're struggling to create results, that's when you ask for coaching, because coaching can help you expedite that. And that way you can actually start making changes in multiple areas and Like, who's got time to do this by yourself? Doing by yourself will take decades. If I were to do this work that I achieved in last 4-5 years myself, I wouldn't even have been able to do in my lifetime, right? Because our brains make it harder for us to do. So I want to offer that notice in your days when you're operating from this thought pattern, where you're not creating results. And how do you know? Well, if you're not getting the results you want, if you're not getting the experience that you want, then guess what? There are some unintentional thought patterns that are running you. So when you are willing to take the help from someone, then like a coach can easily identify that and help you change it. This is the work I do day in, day out with my clients, right? So that's all I wanted to share today. Have a wonderful intentional experience today. Okay, bye.